Hello, 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 everybody. Hi, happy Halloween. So, my name is Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party. It's Friday night. What? Say hello, hello, hello. If you're painting with me tonight, let me know if anyone's painting with me tonight. We gotta give props to Woo-hoo. There he is, the man of the hour. He's being a little Mr. Frisky, so we'll see what happens. We're going to see what happens with Frisky Boy. Yes. You want your treat, buddy? Okay. It's a thing now. It's a thing now, guys. He knows every time I do this, he's getting his treat. So, it's a thing. Here you go, buddy. Bye. And he's off. Let me show you my handy-dandy table, right? So I got yellow, red, black, white, and blue. I got my Java, of course. We got our water. We got our weapons this evening. We have Big Boy. He is a 1-inch flat. We have Mini-Me in the house, a brand spanking new one. Oh, yeah. I love new brushes. Love them. Tiny's in the house, right? He's a small round for details. Of course, we got the Mr. Nifties going on. If you send me support, $3 or more, make sure you private message me your address so you can get your Nifties. You're going to swirl, you're going to tap, you're going to dab on your paper towel. You want your to dab in the shape of your bristles, and you want them to be wet but not dripping. Alrighty, guys, 6,000%. So, say hello if you're painting with me tonight. Those of you following my make-em-ups, I went all Halloweened out. I am Halloweened out, people. Woo-wee! Hi, everybody. So, I had a little fun because it's Halloween. Why not, right? So, there we go. I got sparkles and purples and shinies and all sorts of stuff going on. So let me start our roll call because everybody's coming on in. Hello, April. How are you tonight? We got April in the house and Tina B is here. Hello, Tina B. Right? The eyebrows are on point. Right? Say hello. If you're painting with me tonight, let me know if anyone's painting with me tonight. If you're just watching, that's fine too. If you're being a creeper, meaning you're just hanging out and not saying hello, that's okay too. We take all kinds. Welcome to the fam, everybody. Welcome to the fam. So, I'm going to put you guys in your handy-dandy holder. I see people popping on, but I don't see you saying hello. So, we'll put you in a handy-dandy holder, and then I'll write everybody down when, that way. It's all good. So, hi! The eyebrows are insane! So, this is what we're painting tonight. Hope you guys are super duper excited. Our last Halloween painting of the season. Right? Our last Halloween painting of the season. Hello, Robin. How are you, sweetheart? Welcome to the fam, Robin. Everybody give Robin a warm Eve's Creations family welcome. First time she's live with us tonight. So, let me see. Who else do we got? Everybody's popping on now. Alright, Rachel is here. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Robin. Welcome, doll. Welcome. And let's see. We have Christina's in the house. Hello, Christina. How are you doing, sweetheart? And we have Tina B's being a watcher again. That's all good. Pamela's hanging out with us tonight. Hello, Pamela. How are you, doll? And Carolyn is here. Hi, Carolyn. You are so welcome, Robin. Of course, anytime. You got it. Oh, healing prayers and wishes to Debbie, everybody. Debbie's not feeling so great, so we got to send healing prayers and wishes to Debbie tonight, guys. So make sure we take care of that. Kimberly's with us tonight. Hello, Kimberly. How you doing, doll? April's going to be a watcher on and off. Well, you're here on time, so that works. You're here on time. Cindy's hanging out with us tonight. Hello, Cindy. Of course, Debbie. Of course, we take care of our fam. That's what we do here. I'm going to back you guys up a little bit. You're doing great, Pamela. Glad to hear it, doll. All right, so everybody's popping on. I'm doing, you're not in the corner tonight. I'm working on a 16 by 20 canvas. It's 16 this way, 20 straight up and down. I cannot show you both at once, so if you need a reference picture, take your screenshot. Take your screenshot now, and, you know, because then we're going to get started. I will bring it back into view, you know, when I want to show you guys something, but earthquake, mini earthquake. I'm trying to straighten you guys out here. There we go. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit, oh, the phone's in the holder crooked. That's what's going on. I'll get my act together eventually. Hi, Susan. How are you doing, sweetheart? So, hello, Susan. How are you, sweetie? And, yeah, all right, so I'm facing you guys, so I might as well do all of my links. Okay, so we have, all my replays are available on YouTube, so let me share that link with you. And then we have my sister setting up Etsy shop and my website. So let me share my Etsy with you, because holidays are coming. You need presents and I have art. So let's make it happen. That's my commercial. It's a good commercial, right? Not bad. All right. It's always free to watch. Tips are appreciated. So let me share. PayPal is a featured link tonight, and so the stars are enabled too, and we want to turn around, and I got Cash App and Venmo, which I'm going to share those two. Okay, so we'll do that, and I will get all of my button pushing out of the way right now, so this way I don't have to worry about it. What brand paint do I use? Hello, Christina. I use Blick Acrylic. I'll show you the bottle in a second. It's really easy to order, www.dickblick.com. And hello, Brenda. You and Charlie are here tonight. Awesome. You're gonna add a crow to this painting. I bet you are. Or a raven or whatever it is. And yes, purples. We're going with purples because it's the Halloween show. Halloween's on Monday, guys. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Seriously. Thank you, April, for helping Christina out. I appreciate that. And Tina B. Thank you for popping the website on there. And let me grab the bottle and I'll show you, love, okay? I'll grab the bottle and I'll show you, honey. No worries. So, the paint you can get from dickblick.com if you want all of the brushes that I've used for every single video the past 2+ years, and also for every future video I have the brush sets available. So, but Christina, it's backwards, but this is it. And hello, Ellen, how are you, sweetheart? So that's the paint, and there's a video, a supply video that shows all of the supplies for every single party. I'm gonna probably repost that again, just because we have a lot of new fan members. So you can look for that on my page, hon, and it definitely goes into detail everything we use for every party. So I will repost that video again for everyone when I get off this evening, okay? So this way everybody has exactly what you need. All right, so cheers, everybody. What? I don't know if I said this, all my videos are kid friendly, so I'm going to try to watch this thing. If you guys could watch your comments, that would be great. Holy eyebrows. Oh, Debbie, thank you so much for the stars. Thank you, sweethearts. So those of you who don't know, stars are around $0.01 each on my end. I'm not really sure what Facebook charges, but on my end it works out to be about $0.01 each. So it's somewhere in that ballpark. I just want to let you guys know what you're hitting as far as buttons. You know what I mean? So that's what you're hitting, okay? All right, guys, when you do the stars, that's what you're hitting. It's somewhere around $0.01 or $0.02. Somewhere around $0.01 or $0.02. 6,000%. Oh, thank you so much for the stars, Brenda. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that. You guys keep the lights on, for real. For real. If I keep the lights on, that is for sure. Oh, it's the almighty blank canvas. It's so scary. Woo! But we're going to hit it with our almighty brushes. Yes, we are. We're going to hit it with our almighty brushes. Yeah, I have non-copyright instrumental music on tonight. So, I'm not really sure what's going to pop on. I'm keeping it on the low, though, for you guys. Some of you get distracted, so, which is fine. I get auditory distracted, too, so I understand. All right, we're going to start off with white, yellow, and red, guys. You guys, a lot of you know this combination already. White, yellow, and red. All right, and you're just going to swirl. We're just going to swirl. Find your center, right? Let's find our center. Woo side out. Woo-saw. Find our center. Let's relax. Right? And we're just going to swirl. We're just swirling, baby, all the way around, filling your whole canvas. Filling the whole canvas, right? So this is going to give you like a peach tone, and you want to stick and move so you get the separation of color, okay? So stick and move means put it on there and keep it moving. Put it on there and keep it moving. And this is going to give you like peachy tones, and that's just fine because the white is going to help us give the coverage of the canvas. And then when we're done doing this, we're going to go back with the red and the yellow to, you know, make it more of the original. Okay, guys? So, but right now, we're just swirling. We're just swirling, baby. Yellow, red, and white. Big old mess. Notice I'm being very careful, right, as I place this on my canvas, right? Because you know me. I take that big glob of paint on my brush and then I wind up flinging it across my house. I'm surprised Butters doesn't have paint on him by now. Oh, I'm surprised he doesn't have paint on him by now. Jackie, hello, sweetheart. 4th week, just coming in from... Oh, goodness gracious, Jackie. Healing prayers to Jackie, guys. I hope everything's going to be okay, sweetheart. So we have Jackie and Debbie in the house, guys. They need some healing wishes, all right? So let's get some, let's manifest some well-being in their direction, all right, guys? So Jackie and Debbie, okay? So, all right? I hope you guys are feeling better real soon. Real soon. Right? And you can just relax, hang out with the fam, and, you know, just take it easy. Take it easy. Sometimes, you know, and I know that, you know, not, Charlie, not to leave you unincluded, but I noticed with women especially, I guess some guys do this, but women especially, we tend to like run ourselves ragged, right? We just don't stop. Right? We just keep going and going and going, and we got this to do and that to do and all these things to do, and we just drive ourselves absolutely batty. Halloween reference. And you know what? It catches up to us. And, you know, the universe turns around and makes us sit down. Makes us sit down. Because I've always noticed that when I wind up getting sick is when I'm running around like a maniac, right? When I'm running around like a maniac and not taking any time to relax or rest is usually, oh, goodness gracious, Jackie. Oh, well, you take it easy, hon. Just like I'm saying, you take it easy, my doll. We gotta, you know, the universe slows us down. Right? That's usually when I wind up getting sick, when I'm running around like a nut. So, hello, Amanda. Hi, sweetheart. Amanda's in the house. Amanda from Australia. Alright, so I gotta tell you guys a funny story, right? So Amanda comes on to my TikTok feeds too. Thank you so much for the stars, Amanda. Amanda comes on my TikTok feeds also, right? Because on Tuesday nights I do paint parties on TikTok after I'm done doing the how-tos with you guys, right? So she comes on, and for most of the video, probably a good 3/4 of the video, I was calling her Karen. And Amanda graciously let me just do that for like most of the video. And then I realized I was calling her the wrong name. So, you know how we do word association and remember things, right? We do word association and remember things. So now Amanda is officially and will always be Amanda from Australia. This way, I get your name right. Because, you know, that's just the way, you know, that's one of my things. I can't remember names. I am not very good at, I'm not good at pronouncing names, and I'm not good at remembering names. So, I'm going to wipe off my brush. Okay, we're just wiping it off. We're not cleaning it. And I'm just going to go around. And smooth any of this out. Right? I'm going to smooth this out so I don't have any globby pieces. Right? I want this nice and thin so it'll dry. Right? We don't want any goopy, goopy gobs. Okay? That's technical, by the way. Goopy, goopy gobs. It's a very technical term. So I am just smoothing my brush over this. You know, here, there, not everywhere, right? I'm not, very light touch. Just getting rid of all of the parts that might be a little thicker in areas, because when you swirl it around, it's kind of hard to get it, like, nice and thin as you're swirling, right? So just go around. Just go around and smooth out any of those spots that might be a little extra thick or any of that good stuff. Okay, guys, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Wow, you guys are on point, man. You got me up to 500 stars already. I love it. I forgot I was wearing this on my face. Did you see me just take a step? I totally just shocked myself. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm wearing my Halloween shirt too. It says zombies love brains, even small ones like yours. So I hope everyone's going to have a great holiday. I am going to post me dressed in costume for the I'm going to take a screenshot. That's what I'm going to do. That work? That worked. All right, I am going to post myself in costume from the Halloween party I went to, and then you guys over the weekend can share all your amazingness, your decorations, your grandchildren, your puppies, yourselves, and everything for the holiday, so we can celebrate as a fam together over the weekend by sharing on that post. And zombie, yeah, that's a great song, April. That is an awesome song. We're going to do that, and I'm going to take some screenshots. That's why I'm waving my hand in front of you guys. So this way I can post these as well. Okay? All right. I think that worked. I'm not really sure. I'm not that technical. Okay, guys. So what we're going to do now is, I'm giving this a second to kind of settle in. And now what I want to do is I'm going to swirl tap dab my brush. And we're going to go back over this with just the yellow and the red now. So we're going to go back over this with just the yellow and the red. But you want to make sure it's pretty much on the dry side. Alright? Because you don't want to wind up having it be mushy messy. That's why I smoothed it all out before, to make sure that, look, it looks like, doesn't that look like a mango smoothie? Looks so good. So, I'm going to swirl tap dab my brush. I'm going to get the white out of it. Zombie. Alright, so I'm going to get the white out of my brush. And now we're going to just turn around. And we're just going to do the same exact thing with just yellow and red. We're going to do the same exact thing with just yellow and red. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the yellow in the middle because I want the middle to be my brightest spot, right? So I'm going to start off with the yellow right in the center here. Okay, so we're going to start off with the yellow, right? Remember, yellow gets eaten up very quickly. So we want to make our nice brightest spot right in the middle. Okay, and I'm going to just make this nice and big all the way around. So when I add the red, right, it's going to chew some of this up. So I'm going to make it bigger than I actually want it to be. Okay, I'm going to make it bigger than I actually want it to be. And I am just swooping around. Notice how close I'm holding my brush. I'm holding it all the way up near the bristles. Right? I'm holding it all the way up near the bristles. This way, I'm getting a nice curve, right? I have lots of pressure. I have lots of control. And I'm pulling my brush nice and flat with the bristles to spread this paint around. Okay, guys? So, right up on those bristles. All right, now I'm going to start grabbing the yellow with the red. Okay, now I'm going to start grabbing the yellow with the red. All right? And I'm going to start, see, bam, right? See how that red just, and you saw how much red was on my brush, not that much. So the red is like, woo, doggy, I'm going to take over this whole painting. But that's all right, because I can easily just grab some more yellow and throw that on top to blend that out some. Okay, and I can wipe off my brush. Right, I can wipe that red off of my brush and grab some more yellow and just shoop, just like that. Wipe off my brush and smooth that all out. So, if you wind up getting a big old glob of red right near your center, just grab some more yellow, do a swipe or two, wipe your brush off, and repeat until you get it to where you want it to be. All right, guys? So don't stress it. There's no stressing. You don't have to stress it. It's okay. It's okay. It's all good. All right, so like I said, I am just grabbing yellow and red now, and we're just going to go around this painting. That's all we're doing. And I need to grab some more yellow paint. I had 2 things of yellow on my palette, and I already used them all. I used them both. Okay, and if this isn't spreading for you, if this is being a little difficult, dip your brush into some water and give it a little tap. All right, so if this is not spreading as nicely or as easily, so you just dip your brush in some water. You give it a little tap. You give it a little drip drip on your towel, right? And the old damp brush blending trick. Right, guys? The old damp brush blending trick. Right? There we go. Okay, so I'm going to grab some more yellow paint. And we'll get this all taken care of. Woohoo! Oh, yeah. I like this painting a lot. You guys, of course, going rogue is completely supported. There's lots of fun Halloween things in this painting. So, but you know what? You can add some of your own Halloween things if you want to. Right? 6,000%. Like I said, I'm here to show you how to paint it. You're at home creating whatever you guys want to create. It's your world. It's your painting. Right, guys? Right? You know me. I won't over-instruct you. I won't turn around and tell you line by line where or how or what you need to have in your painting. It's your painting. It is your painting. You do what you want. What you want. Don't ask me where. Oh, goodness. I picked up something. I don't know what that is. I think that was a little bit of blue or something on my brush, but I'm not going to stress it. We're not going to stress it. That was in my yellow somehow. I don't know how that got in there. But that's okay. Like I said, we're not going to stress it. We're not going to stress it. So, I'm putting yellow, and then I'm taking red, And I'm still swirling around. Anybody else's wrist starting to hurt? Right? So that's all I'm doing. So I'm putting the yellow on first, just because it seems to be working easier. So I'm putting the yellow on first, getting a nice little swirl. Look at my elbow. You see this? See what I'm doing with my arm and my elbow? Right? To get that sweep right across. I'm pivoting my arm from my elbow. Right? I'm pivoting my arm from my elbow to get that sweep across. So if you're working on an easel, pivot your elbow and you'll get a perfect sweep going right across the top of your canvas. If you guys, like I said, I'm working on a 16 by 20. If you guys are working on something that's smaller, right, as long as you're in the general area of your canvas that I am in, you're going to be fine. Okay, so don't stress that at all. All right, so wherever I am on my canvas, you just go to the same spot on your canvas. Whoop, I just dropped yellow paint. Yellow paint went to flying. It went somewhere. It went down below. That's where it went. It went down below. 6,000%. All right, so now you have to leave it alone. And yes, I know I said that and I'm still painting on it. But I'm going to leave it alone. I'm putting my brush in the water. The brush is in the water. We got to leave it alone. We got to leave it alone because this has to dry so we can put the black on it. And we've got, I'm not going to lie to you, it's very scary. We got a very scary thing we got to do. Thank you so much, April, for the stars. We got a very scary, creepy thing we got to do for our next step. But I guarantee you that it's going to be just fine and it's going to work out just fine. It's just a little scary to do because you're like, just like that. But you're going to be okay. But we got to let this dry a second so it doesn't get mushy, goopy, messy, right? We hit this with a lot of paint so far. So we're going to let this kind of marinate. We're going to marinate. We're going to have it marinate. Like a witch's cauldron, marinate. So we're going to let this marinate a second. And I don't know. I think this makeup's bringing out my alter ego. Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway, we're going to let this sit a minute. And I'm going to turn around and do a little bit of roll call here. And I polished off my coffee already. So we're going to have to get something to drink. Eve's going to have to get herself something to drink. So let's cheers to the coffee. Oh, so good. I am definitely a pumpkin spice girl. I love pumpkin spice in my coffee. So, I don't know, some people, it's very bipolar, right? Some people love pumpkin spice, some people don't. You want what's in my coffee? I'm telling you what's in my coffee. It's pumpkin spice creamer. Pumpkin spice creamer. That's what's in my coffee. Well, here's it. You guys know what I'm going to grab next, right? You guys know my next drink, right? 6,000%. I go, right, from the coffee to the Diet Coke. And then I wonder why I have tummy issues. That's still the best sound ever. So, anyway, cheers, everybody. So, you know what it is. I'll tell you what it is. I see that, April. I'm paying attention. I'm not doing fairs or festivals anymore for the rest of the year unless I do like an inside Christmas one. So the past couple Fridays you've guys seen me, I've been having to get off a video and get ready to do a festival or a fair. And I'll give you guys, you know, we're fans, so I'll let you guys know. So basically, I've been trying to build my my website and my Etsy page and that whole stock I've shown you in my room of paintings that I have, all right, to make them available for purchase. So prayers that that will become sustainable enough to where my sister and I do not have to do the fairs and festivals as much anymore because it is exhausting. So I think I'm just in a better mood these Fridays with you guys because I don't have that to worry about tomorrow. So, and I'm quirky, like Tina B said, and I'm quirky. So anyway, that being said, roll call time. April is in the house. She was on time. We got Tina B. We got Rachel and Robin and Christina and Pamela and Carolyn. Debbie's in the house. Healing wishes for her. We got Kimberly and Cindy and Susan. Christina's hanging out with us. Brenda and Charlie. Ellen is here. Jackie needs some healing wishes and prayers. You're going to be all right, doll. It's all going to be okay. And Amanda's in the house. So if I missed you, let me know. Say hello, hello, hello. Unless you just want to be a creeper, that's fine too. That's fine too. Okay. So we're going to swirl tap dab big boy. And you want to have... Joan is here. Hello, 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 Joan. How you doing, doll? And, yeah, this background's really fun. You guys can use this background for a lot of different things. It's really, like, fun and fall and easy enough to do. So, I'm swirl tap dabbing big boy. And what we have to do is, if you're going to do it, we have to put in the black swirls. Okay? So, this one right here is the scary one. Alright? But once you do this, it's all over with, Charlie. Okay? So, that's what I was saying to you before. It's a little scary to do, but you're going to be able to do it just fine. So, what I want you to do is you're going to swirl tap that big boy. You're going to get your black paint. Hello, 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 Diane. How are you, sweetheart? You're going to get your black paint. You're going to hold your brush, not a death grip. Don't do a death grip. Nice and light, right? You're going to hold it close to the bristles, but nice and light. Shake your hand out. No death grips, okay? Because if you do a death grip, it's going to come out shaky. And very quickly, faster you go, the nicer it'll look. Looks like yes, the rabbit hole, absolutely. Hi, Punky. How are you doing, sweetheart? Oh, yeah, eating is important. Eating is important. So, nice and loosey-goosey and soft and with a swoop, right? You're going to do your parentheses. Swoop. And you're going to do your parentheses. Okay? Bam. Nice and easy and soft. Nice and fast. Nice and fast. Nice and soft with your grip. Don't do a death grip. Don't overthink it. If you're overthinking it, take a big, deep breath in. Let it out and swoop. Alright? Let it out and swoop it around. Okay? Once you have it generally where you want it, then you can go around and tweak it accordingly. I'm coming behind you. I'm creeping behind you guys. Yes, I am. Right? Because I can't see making a circle when I'm from the side of it. So we're going to turn around and we're going to fix this accordingly. And at some point, you're just going to have to be happy with it because you don't want to lose the size of your moon. You don't want to lose it because you got to fit the witch in there. Alright, so at some point, you're just going to have to be happy with it. Alright, 6,000%. So, once you have that on there, alright, now you can grab some more paint and you can make the outside line. Alright, you can go nice and slow and just pull your brush along and make the outside line nice and clean. Okay, just following it around. Right, so now you can turn around, and once you got that done, guys, that's it. That's it. That was the hardest part of this whole painting right there. That was the hardest part of this whole painting right there. And you know what? You did it. And you know what? If it's not a perfect circle, that's fine. You know why? Because the moon is not a perfect circle. Alright? It's not a perfect circle. Okay, so now I'm just grabbing my black paint, Now I'm just grabbing my black paint and I'm just going around and I'm making the edge nice and crisp. Okay, using the flat of that brush, staying in my line so my moon doesn't get any smaller, right? The more you play with it. In this case, the more you play with it, the smaller it's going to get. So, at some point, you're going to just have to be happy with what you got. Alright? So, now, and this is why we had to let it dry a minute, because if you guys were still playing with your paint, if you were still playing with your orange, and you're going to go do this step, and it's getting stuck in some places and not flowing smooth, the paint's not flowing smooth for you, and it's being goopy and goppy, that's because your paint underneath is still wet. So if that's the case, you're going to have to give it a minute to dry a little bit more. Alright, now that we have that one in, we can add in the other sections. Okay? So the other section, right, is like an egg shape, and it starts over here. And I'm going to hold my brush back here now so I get a nice swoop. Starts over here, goes up towards that corner, comes back down and around. Bam! Just like that. Alright? Just like that. Okay? Notice I moved my elbow, right? Starts here, right? Moving the hand, not the brush, swooping that around. Okay, give it a nice clean edge. Give it a nice clean edge. Make it a little thicker. And that is shadow number 2. Shadow number 2 is in the house. Oh yeah. And you guys can add your shadows wherever you want. Just remember your little creatures, right? We got bats going into the orange areas. We got a skeleton going into the black area. We have, googly eyes in a tree. So as you're doing your dark sections, wherever you want to have them, just remember you're going to be adding in all those happy little Halloween things. So just keep in mind where you're going to be adding those in. And are they going to be added in a black section, or are they going to be added in an orange section? Alright, so that's what you have to keep in mind. Alright, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's my, whoop, I just got hung up on my easel. So, right, here's my orange sections and my black sections. See, I have the eyeballs in the black, skeletons in the black, bats are in the orange, right? So, keep in mind, and spiders in the orange. Keep in mind, if you're going to move your black sections and put them in different spots, keep in mind, what Halloween things you're putting in there. Alright, keep in mind what Halloween things you're putting in there. Okay, so the next one swoops around the bottom and finishes the egg. Okay, so I'm going to come around off of this. I'm going to go imaginary off my canvas. I'm going to come back in and I'm going to swoop that way and then swoop it on up. Alright, because that finishes the egg, this one. Alright, now that I have that in there, I'm going to turn around and just make it a little thicker and make my lines nice and crisp. Make my lines nice and crisp. Just like that. 6,000%. Okay, so that is what we're doing. Okay. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Looks like a big eye, doesn't it? It does look like a big eye. Alright, so my corner's black over here, so I'm going to blacken this corner. I'm going to blacken this corner right here. Okay, because that's black. My corner is black right there. I'm going to smooth this out more. Right, I gotta smooth the bottom of it out more. And if it's getting goopy gobby, clean your brush out, okay? So after I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna wipe Big Boy off and give him a swirl tap dab. Because look, see how he's getting goopy in there? Look how thick it is. See that? And it's not thinning out. And see all the paint that's in that, like this area right here, right? So I'm gonna I gotta clean that all out, right? So I'm gonna wipe it off. Give it a little wiggle wiggle. I'm going to wipe it off and give it a little wiggle wiggle to get all that paint out of that middle. And then I'm going to give him a good swirl tap dab. Oh, and now I got icky green. So I'm going to give him a good swirl tap dab and flip my paper towel over, right? Always make sure that when you're dabbing your brush, you're dabbing it onto clean area, because, you know, if you dab your brush on your paper towel and then you put it in a big old mess that's on your paper towel, guess what you're going to get on your brush? A big old mess. Yes. All right. So now we have sections where all these meet up with each other. So big boy's nice and clean. He's nice and flat again. I'm going to grab that black paint. I'm going to put it just on the tip, right? So I'm going to wipe off the excess here. And I'm going to put it just on the tip of my brush, just the tip of big boy. And we are going to zigzag zoom. So we're going to zigzag zoom to connect some of these in certain spots. All right, so the one spot is here. So I'm just going to zigzag zoom and connect it just like that. All right, so I have nice jagged edges. Nice jagged edges. Okay, so that is the one spot it connects. All right, and do a little flicky-doo, going on. All right. Let's do a little flicky-doo. Okay, so it connects right there. Alright, gonna grab some more paint, wipe it off on the edge of my palette, and it connects over here somewhere. So, let's see, it connects like right here somewhere. So, I'm gonna do a zigzag zoom right there. Okay, I'm gonna do a zigzag zoom right there. That's it. Maybe a couple little flicky-doos. Flicky-doo, flicky-doo, flicky-doo. And there's the other spot. Alright, then the other one comes in from the side over here. Right, so it's really big, like right here. And then it gets smaller. Okay, so there's another spot on where it connects. Okay, 6,000%. Now, are these exactly like my original? No. And that's okay, right? It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be exactly like my original, right? So this one right here, this you're going to swoop down, follow this, and just swoop it on down, swoop, to the bottom of the canvas here. All right, you're going to swoop this on down to the bottom of the canvas. Swoop it on down. Now, leave room for, we have a tree and stuff going on over here. And then I'm going to zigzag zoom. I'm going to zigzag zoom this little triangle part. Okay. Couple flicky-doos. Couple flicky-doos on that. Just like that. Okay, and then another part it connects is right here. So zigzag zoom right there. We're going to zigzag zoom right there. And do some flicky-doos. Flick, 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 flick. Flick, 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 flick. Okay. So, bloodshot eye. I wish I could think of things to paint. Must be wonderful. It's all good, Tina B. You'll get there. You'll get there. Did I write you down, Punky? I did write you down. Okay. So, that being said, I think I'm going to stop there. You guys can have fun, fun with this. I'll show you the original, because the original is a little bit different, but I'm good with this. So I'm going to put Big Boy in the water. This is the original. All right. So, there's a little bit more black. Okay. The black's a little thicker in the original. Okay. So, and there's I think that's the only difference, that the black's a little more thick and my orange stripes are tinier. See how those are bigger and these are a little smaller? So I think that's mainly the only difference. So, the paint spiked in my coffee. You guys are too much. So, there you have it, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. A lot easier than you thought it was going to be, right? Again, another fun background. Another fun background. Right, now you could add all sorts of spooky, creepy things to it, which is what we're going to do. So the only thing we have is we're going to add our tree. And once we get past the tree, we're going to do all the fun stuff. We're going to do all the fun Halloween-y stuff. So that's all we have left to do is our tree, and then we can move on to adding in all the fun Halloween-y stuff. Which I'm going to go over with you what's in my painting. But 6,000%. Yeah, the paintings come out different every time you paint them. That's why they're original and one of a kind. Wizard of Oz meets Alice vibe. Oh, yeah. You know what? I just watched Pirates of the Caribbean, #5. I never watched it before. So good. And I'm going to watch Alice in Wonderland next. So, yeah, I'm on this Johnny Depp kick. I'm always on a Johnny Depp kick. I've been on a Johnny Depp kick since I was 13 years old. So, Alice in Wonderland. So I'm going to be watching that next. Thank you guys so much. You got me. I'm at 700 stars, guys, and that's all you. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna keep doing these videos for as long as I possibly can. He is a total chameleon. Please get a wizard painting. Oh, you want me to? Oh, I could do that. We could do a wizard. That's a really good idea, April. I'm gonna write that down. Oh, maybe I could do like a Hi Diane, how you doing, sweetie? Maybe I could do like a Father Time New Year's painting. Maybe I can do like a Father... Ooh, I'm going to write that too. So we got Wizard and a Father Time. So for New Year's, maybe I'll do a Father Time painting and he'll be very wizardly looking. I'm kind of liking that idea. Or an old school Santa. I'm going to write that down too. You ever see the Santas that are like old school Santas? They got the long beards and the robes. I'm going to write that down too. I don't know. My brain will focus on one of those ideas. You like that? You like those ideas? Okay, cool. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll figure it out. I wrote it down though, so we're good to go. There's a couple of lies I tell myself in life. The first one is I won't get paint on that. Like a Victorian one, right? Right, Tina B? So the first lie is I won't get paint on that. And then the second lie is I'll remember that. That's the second lie. I'll remember that. I don't remember anything. I got C or S, and you can figure out for yourselves what the C, the R, and the S mean. I'll give you the C and the R. Can't remember. You fill in the rest. All right. So, those St. Nicholas type Santas. Okay, yeah, all right, guys. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Old-fashioned sled with greenery. Everyone's getting in on this. I did do a sled painting. Right, Tina B, didn't I do a sled? Did I do a sled painting? You remember stuff. Did I do a sled painting? Let me know. Sled with greenery. I'm not sure if... Oh, I know where the sled was. I did a Rudolph painting. I did a Rudolph painting. And it had the sled with the toys in it. Dumbledore with a compass. Pretty much, April. I'm going to make brown. All right, guys? So we're getting kind of off topic here. We're going to be here till midnight painting this painting. All right, so I'm going to try to swing myself around. Yellow, red, some of this dirty, dirty white. All right, I'm going to grab some black. Okay, going to throw that in there, and we're going to smash, smash. We're going to smash, smash. And let's see if I get brown. Let's see if I get brown. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got it. Got it on the first try. Look at that. What? If your brown's looking a little green, add more red. If it's looking a little purple, add more yellow. So, a kid's wooden sled. Yes, I've done that. I did that in a, did I do that? Yes. Did I? I don't know. Ooh, maybe just a wooden sled. Maybe just a wooden sled. Okay. All right. So now that I have this brown on my brush, I'm going to hold my brush back here. I'm going to start over here in this area, right here in this corner of this painting. And I am going to pull. Right? Faster I pull, straighter it's going to be. Right up. There we go. Turn my brush. Bam. There's my tree trunk, right? So I'm going to follow this down, 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 and make it thicker as I go down. Okay? I'm turning my brush the other way, getting this excess paint out of it because I have all this excess paint. Now with brown, right, we got to stick and move, right? Because brown, if you keep playing with it, it's going to wind up lifting off. So I'm going to turn around and grab more brown. I'm going to follow my trunk, holding it back here. Nice thin edge, well, for the most part. And I'm going to pull up. Woo, boy. And right off the other way. All right, if you're having trouble turning your brush, right, show me the money or the world's smallest fiddle. Okay, go like this with your fingers. Put your brush in there. And it'll spin your brush, okay? So I'm going to wipe my brush off because he's kind of goopy-gobby from making the brown paint. I'm going to wipe him off. All right, do a little wiggle, wiggle when you wipe him off. Nice flat edge again. Woo, sharp. Cut you like a knife. Grabbing some more of that brown, right? And now I'm going to add some more branches to this. So I'm going to turn around. I'm holding it back here, straight up on my canvas. And we're just going to pull out from the original trunk. All right, guys? That's what we're going to do. So if you have trouble making trees, on my YouTube channel is a video, one of the first ones I ever made, on a how-to trees. Grabbing more paint, wiping it off on the edge, nice thin edge on my brush, holding back here. I'm going to follow up my trunk, and then I'm just going to turn my brush and pull outwards. Now, if you wind up with one of them being thick, no worries. All you have to do is follow back along that branch and just make it thicker, thicker, and thicker. Okay? And then this way, it'll put that branch and the rest of your tree in proportion to that branch. Okay? So if you turn around and you wind up with a thick branch, you just follow it backwards and you make everything else thicker, thicker, thicker. And that will keep your tree in proportion. Alright? So, grabbing some more brown paint. There's one that cuts right across. Alright? So again, following along my trunk. It cuts across the bottom of the moon. So I'm churning my brush at this point, and I'm just pulling. I'm just pulling. And don't press harder, because you're going to, like, as you're running out of paint on your brush, you know, our tendency is to press harder. Don't press harder. And like I said, if it comes out thick, just follow it backwards and make everything thicker as you follow it backwards. All right, I'm going to follow along this now and pull out. There's another branch. Follow along here and pull out. There's another branch. All right, guys, 6,000%. There's branches over here, so I'm going to follow this up, pull out this way. Right? I'm going to follow this backwards, thicker, 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 thicker. Okay? Now, the tree trunk you want to make, you know, with the triangle, because our little our pumpkin monster is hanging out in front of this tree trunk. So I'm going to make this bigger, like a triangle, okay? And I want to make sure that you have that piece of branch for your spider friend to hang out in an orange area. Alright, guys? So make sure you have a piece of branch somewhere. So if you're putting in the spider friend, he's going to be able to hang from one of your branches into an orange area. Alright, guys? 6,000%. So I'm going to wipe off my brush because he's starting to get goopy again. You've been trying to paint a weeping willow. Alright, so here you go. First of all, April, when you're trying to paint a weeping willow, what you want to do is when you do your branches, alright, you got to get that churn in, right? Because it's going to go straight up, and then you got to get that churn to come straight back down again. If you can't get this churn like this, alright, you want to turn around and do part of it and then come on the other side and finish the other part of it. Number 2 is you're not going to make that many branches. Don't make that many branches. You're going to do the first, like the main droop, those 2 branches. You're going to do 2 coming out this way, and then you're going to do 2 that's going to crown the top. So you're only going to do 3 branches on each side. Alright, you're going to do the one that's closest to the trunk, that swoop. You're going to go up a little ways, do a swoop for the middle that's going to make it spread out more. And then you're going to go up a little bit and do the crowning swoop, which is going to be the top of the tree. Okay? Then, when you do your smushes, you're going to smush those branches. You're actually going to follow the branch with your smushes, which you don't do when you're doing a tree. But for a weeping willow, you're going to. So you're going to follow, your smushes are going to follow those branches that you made. And then when you're done with that, you can fill in more swooping smush lines in the areas that are left. Let it dry. Stop smushing. Because if you smush too much, you're going to lose the curves in your branches. Alright, so let it dry, stop smushing, and then go back in and add more, a little at a time. Right? Add your darks, add your lights, but a little at a time. Okay, a little at a time. Alright, so I'm going to turn around and I'm taking some brown paint. Little weeping willow tidbit. Just figured I'd throw that in there. Alright, I'm going to take some more brown paint and I am going to do a second coat on these. Okay, I'm going to do a second coat on these since my brown is dry now. And we can do a second coat on our branches here. Whoop, that one came out thick. Uh-oh. Guess what? I'm going to follow it down, 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 down. And make everything thicker. Make everything thicker. So it's in proportion. See that? Just work backwards. Just work backwards and you can make everything into proportion. 6,000%. Alright? Just like that. That's how you do that. Okay. So, big boy's going away. You're welcome, sweetheart. And what we're going to do is we're going to do some fun stuff. Alright, so what do you guys want to do first? Let's do the bats. I've shown you guys bats. I don't know how many times. Let's do the bats. Get the bats out of the way. You guys can add bats wherever you want your bats. Wherever you want your batty bats, you can add your bats. Okay, so we're going to add bats. Earthquake up over here. That's why I'm moving you guys. So I'm going to add a bat right here because I have a lot of room to be able to show you a bat instead of tucking in the corner. I'm using a brand spanking new mini-me. Yes, he looks just like Big Boy, except he's small. If you want a brand spanking new mini-me, guess what I got? I got brush sets. Alright, I'm going to hold it like a pencil. I'm going to make sure I don't put my hand in anything that's wet. Right? I want him at an angle. So we're going to angle a line first, keep it small. And then I'm going to do my U shape on either side of that. Do the swoop in the center. And then color it in. So if you ever want, if you guys, I don't know how many times I said this, but if you want a shape at an angle, you draw a center line for that shape, and then you draw the shape even Steven on both sides of that line, and you'll get your shape at an angle. Okay, so grabbing more paint now, and I'm going to swoop out from here, swoop, just like that. And grabbing more. Every time I leave, I'm grabbing more paint. Okay, so swoop, right there. And another one, swoop, and another one, swoop. Okay, I'm wiping my brush off, grabbing more paint. We're gonna do some dippy-doo here. So 1, 2, like that. And then on the other side, right, so come right out from the same spot, curve down, swing it up, and then meet up with the other part of your bat wing. So, I did put my hand in wet paint. I did put my hand in wet paint. See that, guys? See that? Where did those come from? Let's get rid of that. There we go. Alright. Once you have your bat shape in, you can just color it in. So, you know, and those of you, if you want more specific instruction on how to do some of these Halloween things, like me really getting into it, Tuesday I did the how-to all things Halloween. So give that a little look-see before you paint this painting, because that how-to all things Halloween, we did, most of you were there, but we did the bats, we did the witch, we did all sorts of things that night. So if you're planning on painting this and you're not too sure about your little Halloween creatures, you can watch that, get some practice in, and then be able to do this painting with not a problem. Alright, guys? So, let's do another bat. Let's do another bat right here. Alright, again, I'm going to do my line at an angle. Do your line at an angle. Then you're going to do your shape, even Steven, on both sides of that line. So now your shape is at the angle that you want it to be. Alright? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So, you know, if you do like hearts or circles or any of that, well, circles don't matter, but hearts or anything like that, and you want them to be at an angle, do the center line trick and you'll be all set. Alright? So we're going to swoop out from here. Swoop. And we're going to swoop out from here. Swoop. Just like that. And I'm going to swoop down and swoop down. And the reason I'm swooping down already is because I don't want it to go into the black. So you had a lumbar puncture on Tuesday, was in bed. Oh, yeah, April, cheese and crackers, hun. Boy, oh boy. So he's going to be a 1-point bat, so I'm just going to do 1 point. Alright, so he's going to be a bat with a big old head and little wings. And we're going to do 1 point here and meet it up. Alright, guys? 6,000%. Alright, and then just color it in. Fill and fix. Fill and fix. That's all you need to do. Fill and fix. Fill and fix. Okay, so let's do Mr. Skeleton next. Okay, so I'll give you guys a chance to catch up mustard with your bats or whatever you're putting in those areas, and we're gonna do Mr. Skeleton next. So Mr. Skeleton is lounging. He's lounging on the side of the moon here. Right? So he's lounging on the side of the moon. That's where Mr. Skeleton is, right? Lounging. Now, I did this as a paint party on Tuesday night for TikTok, right guys? So I want to show you how Tuesdays came out. All right? Just to give you like some different ideas. All right? So my original has him nice and small and just hanging on the side of the moon like that, right? So this was my original. Now, when I did this paint party on Tuesday for TikTok, this is how I did the skeleton on Tuesday. Right? Like he's walking along the sky and he saw the witch and he turned around to say hi. So you guys might like this idea better, right? To have them like this. It's all up to you. It's your painting. I'm just showing you a different way that I did it. Because this is how I did it on Tuesday. I made him very large. And like he's turning around to say hi to the witch. Okay, so that's one idea. And then I have the way I did him originally. Which he's just lounging on the side of the moon. And he's smaller. So that's just a couple ideas for you. Just so you can kind of gauge what you want to do. But I thought he came out pretty cool on Tuesday, being larger and kind of like looking back and waving hello. So if you guys want to see that again, if you're going to paint him that way, I'll show it to you again. Just ask me. All right, so we got to make sure this is all dry. And we're going to swirl tap dab our brush. We're using Mini Me again. And I'm going to grab white paint now. Okay, and we got to put in, we're going to put in his center line. We're going to put in his center line. So if you want him smaller, make this part small. If you want him bigger, you make this part bigger. That's all. So we're going to put in the center line like this, right, at a curve. And I'm going to do his pelvic bone right here. Okay, so there's his little pelvic bone going on. Just like that. So, so the other guy was done the same way. It's just that he was done a lot bigger. And then I put the limbs facing different directions. That's all. So once I had that, my legs are twice that. But since my legs are going to be cut in two, it's not going to be hard to do. So I'm going to put one leg the same size, the other leg the same size, right? And then the bottom part of the legs the same size, just like that. Okay, law of twos, right guys? Remember law of twos? Okay, we're going to come up here and put his shoulders in. We're going to put his shoulders in up here. Okay. Then remember the arm. The arm goes down to the waist, the elbow, pretty much. Right now I'm leaving spaces in between everything, so it's more skeleton-like. So the arm, elbow, is pretty close to the waist. Okay, and then coming out. Right, and your arms are the same size. Right, your top and bottom part of your arm are exactly the same size. So this one, I'm going to go around the back. So I'm going to come out this way. And up that way. Okay. Wipe my brush off. Now I got to make his head. Right, so I'm going to put a line for his bottom jaw right there, and then I'm going to come up from that like this, and then we're going to swoop a big old bulbous head just like that, and the head should be half of this, or pretty close. All right, now obviously this is a skeleton and a fun Halloween painting. So do we have to get all this stuff exacta? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not in the least. That's a no. All right, so fill and fix his head. Okay, and his hands are triangles. Okay, so you do a little triangle there. And you do a little triangle on the other one. Okay, wiping off my brush. His feet are triangles. His feet are triangles. So do a little triangle here. A little bit bigger than the hand. A little bit bigger than the hand. Okay, there's one. And the other one, let's have them facing this way. I'm going to have them both facing this way. Okay, there's the other one. Just like that. Okay. Alright, and then the rest of him is going to be done with, hi Becky, how are you doing, sweetheart? Hello, doll. The rest of him is going to be done with Mr. Nifty. The rest of him's going to be done with Mr. Nifty. So we're going to let that part dry, and then we'll come back to him to do all the other little details. Alright. Another thing that's in this painting, since we're working with white paint, let's do everything that we have to do with white. Oh, you gotta go sit in the corner. You're late to class. You're late to class. Alright, the other thing that I have white in this painting is the little eyeballs all hanging out in the dark by the tree because they're creatures on the tree that we can't see. Boo! Becky, you missed my Halloween make-em-ups. Right, so I'm just going to do little eyeballs, right? Since we're working with white paint, I'm going to use Mini-Me. He's brand new, so I can do small stuff with him. Okay, so I'm going to be using my Mini-Me brush, but you can use Tiny or Mr. Nifty or whatever small brush you have. And I just made random little round eyeball shapes around in the black part around the tree, because they're little creatures in the tree, and we don't see them. All we see is their eyeballs. And you can do your eyeball shapes any way you want, if you want them circles or ovals, however you want them to be. However you want them to be, or teardrops. They're your little eyeballs. So I'm going to wipe off my brush, right? Everything is small amounts of paint. Small amounts of paint. Yep, and the spider web. But the spider web's done in black first, love. April, the spider web's done in the black first. And then we put the white highlight on it. Okay, so we're going to, I'm going to put another set of eyeballs here. So wherever you want to sneak some eyeballs in. And I put them all around areas of the tree. Okay, like it's little creatures hanging out in the tree and they're hiding in the dark. So all we see is their eyes. Right? All we see is their eyes. Okay, and another little guy's right here. I'm going to make these circles. I'm going to make these circles. Okay. And you can add as many of these or as little of these as you want. Like I said, it's your painting. This painting's a lot of fun. Oh. Ooh. You silly girl. You silly April. Okay. So, that there. And, let's see what else we got going on. Oh, there's some over here. Okay, there's some over here. Let's put these guys in. Over here. We got to map our Mr. Pumpkin monster. So, if you're playing with your tree trunk, stop. because we need this dry. All right. So I'm gonna got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5. All right. I got 7 in the original, so put another one here. Okay, maybe make these a little bigger. All right, who knows what's hanging out? Who knows what's hanging out? There's another one. And let's do one more set. I'm gonna do one more set right over here, right on the edge. Living on the edge. Okay? And you guys can add your little eyeballs in wherever you, that was right here. You guys couldn't see that. Living on the edge, right on the edge. Okay, so swirl, tap, dabbing my brush, getting all the goopies out. And we're going to map in Mr. Pumpkin Monster. We're going to map in our Pumpkin Monster. And then we could do our ghost. And then we'll go do the black things next. So, moving right along, right? The tree, we can add more branches and details to, you know. So, like I said, the rest of this painting is us just having fun with it. It's just us having fun with it. And if there's anything you guys want to see, let me know. I'll show you. If there's anything extra you want to see, let me know. I'll show you. Like someone Tuesday asked for a snake. So, the one I did on Tuesday has like a little snake coming out from the bottom of the tree. So, if there's a little creature or something you want to see, let me know and I'll show it to you, okay? Just don't ask for like a werewolf or something. That's a whole other painting. I actually did the tidbit of the werewolf. The little fast video, the tidbit of the werewolf. The pumpkin guy, yep. I'm going to show you all the ones that are in it, Brenda. All the ones that are in my original, I'm going to show you. I just meant if you wanted to see something that wasn't in the original. An owl or a crow. Oh, thank you so much for the stars, April. Thank you, sweetheart. An owl or a crow. Okay. So, let's do the pumpkin guy. Yeah, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what's in the original. If you guys want to see something extra, let me know. All right, so pumpkin guy, you're going to do parentheses and a parentheses. Right? And the bottom part of him's really big. So, make sure that, make sure your brown paint is dry. Okay? So you're just going to do a parentheses and a parentheses. And we're going to color it in, fill and fix. Fill and fix. So you got to ask Brenda about the crows. She's the crow expert. Alright, now brown is mixing into this for some reason. Not really sure why this brown is still wet. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. It's going to be part of the dark areas of the pumpkin, which is fine. So, I'm just filling and fixing now. And I'm going to go in the direction of my pumpkin shape, right? I'm going to put my brush strokes all curving around like they would be on the pumpkin. Okay. There we go. So, there's the bottom of them. And, and then you do the next one. Right, a little bit smaller. Now go smaller than what you actually want it, because you know the more you play with it, the bigger it's going to get. Right, plus you're going to want to, you know, kind of oval out his shape, make it more of a pumpkin shape. So when you put your first lines in, make them smaller than what you want it, because as you're correcting your shape, you're going to wind up with it being bigger. Okay, so there is the second part of the pumpkin. There's the second part of the pumpkin right there. Okay, grabbing more white paint, and we'll do the top of his head now. Again, I'm going to go smaller than what I want it. And this is more of a circle, because as I play with this now, as I play with this, trying to get this to be exactly how I want it to be, it's going to wind up getting a little bit bigger. Right? The more you play with it, the bigger it gets. Ooh, yeah. Oh, by the way, my niece is working on those t-shirts. I know I keep saying it. They're going to happen. It's going to happen. And that's going to be one of the sayings. The more you play with it, the bigger it gets. I believe that's one of the sayings. So there's going to be a lot of choices. You guys are going to be able to choose what saying you want. And it's going to be on the Gildan t-shirts, Gideon, Gildan, whatever those are. And it's going to be, I believe, larges and extra larges is what I got. Which doesn't fit me. So my size in that t-shirt is a 2X. My size in those t-shirts is a 2X. But I believe when I asked you guys, right, when I asked you guys, they're going to be so much fun, April. They're going to be so much fun. She's doing the graphics for them, so they're going to be, I'll give you a little heads up. So, now, I'm a 2X, but I'm a very large person, right? I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9". I've got, you know, my mega pints right here, and I got a gut. So, my t-shirts are a 2X. Because I'm 5'9" and probably about 230 pounds or something like that. I don't know, some crazy number. So I'm a bigger person. Okay? So the t-shirts are going to be in larges and extra larges, which would be like a size down from me. Alright? Because that's what you guys requested. Of course, you know, oversized is nice. It's going to be a painting shirt. That's why I'm making them. So the graphics of the saying are going to be on the front, whatever the saying is, and then she put fun little graphics, like ketchup mustard is going to be one of them, and they're in ketchup mustard bottles, like the little squeezy barbecue bottles, it's in that, and then on the back, it's going to have all of the business info on it, and the sayings, I think, have fun and go create, I think is going to be on the back, I believe. I don't know. I don't remember. I think it's have fun and go create, and then my business info is going to be on the back. Okay? And they're going to be available. Yeah, they're going to be available in all sorts of colors, and you're going to be able to choose what saying you want when you order it. Okay? So, all right, let's do our ghost. So, I'm grabbing white paint, and we're going to come over here, and we're going to do a little swoop around, right? Swooping it around. And then do some flicky-doos outwards. Flicky-doos outwards. And now I'm holding my brush back here. So I get, so my hand's not that heavy. So this white winds up staying see-through. Right? So I'm holding my brush back here. So my flicky-doos are going to be more flicky, and that's technical. More flicky of a flicky-doo. Okay, we could put that in the Eve's dictionary. And also, the filling in of his body is going to be more light-handed, so it winds up being more see-through. Okay, so that's why I'm holding my brush all the way in the back. Since he is new, I am being very careful to make sure I go like this and like this with his bristles. Nice and flat. Okay, so this way I'm not killing my brand new mini-me. And we're just going to flicky-do all these pieces outwards. Flicky-do, flicky-do. Okay, so just like that. Alright. And like I said, I want him to be see-through, so I'm not going to fill this in white, 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 white. You can make your ghost any way you want to. So there is Mr. Ghost. Okay, 6,000%. Moving right along. Alright, now, let's do let's do, I think I got all the white ones. Now let's do, excuse me, the black ones. Let's do some close-ups. Close-up! So, there's the bats. All right. There's our bats. There's Mr. Skeleton so far. We got all our little eyeballs going on. The shirts, yeah, they're gonna, purple's gonna be a color that's available. We have Mr. Ghost. Okay, and Mr. Pumpkin Monster. Okay, or do you mean the shirts or the painting, hon? The shirts or the painting? Purple's going to be one of the colors available. I know I have a lot of purple fans in here, so purple's going to be one of the colors available. Okay, so we're going to do our black now. And I'm going to get new black paint so it's both. I'm going to get new black paint so it's nice and loose and thin for me to be able to do my shapes. Alright, using Mini Me again. And I'm going to come in here and do my spider, right? So the spider is a teardrop. Let me move you guys in. There we go. Closer. The spider is a teardrop. What you can do, April, you want to add purple to this. You can make your ghost have a purple hue to him. If you want me to show you how to do that, I'll show you how to do that. You can turn around and when your spider is dry, you can add white markings and then fill those white markings in with purple. Okay, if you want to give your spider a little, now it's a circle, so teardrop and a circle. If you want to add purple to that, you could always put a witch hat on your pumpkin monster, and that could be purple. You can make your eyeballs purple. If you want to make your eyebrows. Right? We gotta make our eyebrows purple. Oh, I would love that, guys. I would love that. That would be so much fun, taking pictures in your shirts. That would be so cute. I'm going to give him two little fangs. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. There's two little fangs on him. And now I'm going to switch to Mr. Nifty. Right, which is a detail brush. If you guys send me $3 or more in tips, thank you so much. We're up to 800 now. Make sure you private message me. The button's right on the top of my Facebook page. And private message me your address. Mary did that. I don't see Mary tonight, though. So I can send you out your Mr. Nifties. All right, so black paint. We're going to come out at an angle from the thin part. Alright, do our spider legs. Okay, just like that. So that's one set. And then the other set. So you take it past the first set of legs. Okay, and these go towards the back also. Okay, that goes towards the back. And then the ones towards the front. This way and down. And then this way and down. And every time you see me leave, I'm grabbing more paint. Okay, guys? Paint brushes are not markers. The harder you press, more paint isn't going to come out of them. You're just going to wind up with thick lines. So whenever you're doing details like this, you just have to constantly keep adding more paint to your brush. Okay, so now I'm going to do my web. Okay, so you want to move your hand, not the brush. Alright, so you move your hand, not the brush. Right, so I'm going to start here and I'm going to move my hand, not the brush. Just like that. Alright, over here, move my hand, not the brush. And this way, and the quicker you go, the straighter your lines are going to be. Okay, so the quicker you go, the straighter your lines are going to be. Okay, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And once I have these in, now Now, if they wound up kind of, running out of paint towards the back end here, you just very simply grab more paint, and then you could put in, darken it up once you have the initial line in. And now we're doing the Archie parts. The Archie parts. Oh my goodness. Boy, I got a lot of words going in the dictionary tonight. We got the Archie parts. Not the Richie parts, the Archie parts. Okay, so just put in these little arches. Put these little arches in just like this. Okay, and okay guys, so you guys are all going to enjoy your Halloween. Just to give you a heads up, I'm going to try to remember. So November 1st is going to be Dollar Day. Okay, guys? So for Dollar Day, right, I'm just requesting support. $1 worth of support, right? Which would be awesome. So you don't get nifties, you don't get any of that. But I know, like, some of you do, like, you want to send me support. Sometimes it's just not possible. So I always make Dollar Day so you guys can send. I'm just fixing this because there we go. That's better. So that's going to be coming up November 1st. All right. So now I need my pieces up here. I'm going to try not to rub across my spider. All right. So do the web here. And like I said, if you run out of paint, that's okay. You can always go back in and add more paint to the back end. Right? You can always add more paint to the back end. Once I have my line drawn, I could come in here and I could add more paint. Okay, 6,000%. Just like that. And then we're going to do our Archies. And I'm doing the arches in the black because I am going to be highlighting all my arches white. So I'm going to paint them in the black, even though you guys can't see it. Right? I can see it. So I know when I highlight it white, I know where to put the highlight. Right? So, and like I said, every time you see me leave the canvas, I am grabbing more paint. 6,000%, right? So, because when you're doing these details, right, the one thing you should constantly be doing is wiping your brush off, making sure there's no goopy gobbies. And number 2 is grabbing more paint. Okay, and now I have to do the line from him up to his web. There we go. Just like that. Okay, so we're going to let this dry. And I'm going to grab Mini-Me, and I'm going to put coat number 1 of color on my pumpkin monster. Okay, so coat number 1 of color is going to be the peaches. So I'm going to swirl tap dab Mini-Me, get all the black paint out of them. I'm going to grab my white paint from before, and with the yellow and the red. Okay, and we're going to color him in. All right, it's just a base coat. So you don't have to worry about your shadows. You don't have to worry about anything. We're just putting the base coat in of the orange. That is all we're doing. Okay, so, and coming up in November is going to be the rooster painting. We're going to have the painting of the rooster with the fall trees behind him. And there's another one in the works. I know I promised to have it done already. I did not finish it yet. I think you guys are going to really, really like it, though. Somebody asked me to do one a long, long time ago, and I never did it, so I'm going to do it. And, hello, Jackie from Alabama. How are you, sweetheart? Welcome to the fam. Welcome to the fam. Everybody give Jackie a warm Eve's Creations family. Welcome. Woo, woo. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Welcome, doll, right? So this is just the base coat in the peach, right? What we're doing is we're filling it in better. And, making, having that white in with the yellow and the red, right? Gives it a more solid coat of color here. So We're just doing the base coat. Just doing the base coat. That's it. Okay, just like that. All right. 6,000%. Okay, so I'm going to take Tiny now, and I'm going to, I'm going to get some clean white paint. I'm going to get some clean white paint, and I'm going to turn around and, I'm going to do the second coat on the eyeballs, and we're going to turn around and do the details on our skeleton. Okay, so I'm grabbing my tiny brush with some clean white paint, and we're going to do the eyeballs, and we're going to do the details on the skeleton. So I'll just move you guys back so you can kind of get a picture of everything going on as I throw the second coat of white in my eyeballs here. Okay, easy peasy lemon squeezy, holding my brush like a pencil, coming in, filling and fixing, doing my eyeballs. Or you know what would probably be fun too, is if you made a set of eyeballs where the one eyeball was bigger than the other. That would be fun. That would be fun to do. Right? If your one eyeball was bigger than the other in these sets of eyeballs, that would be really super cute. Really super cute. There's another idea for you. Okay, so coming over here, doing this set right here, this set right here. Okay, up here, right, doing these guys right here. Alright, so if your eyeballs don't come out even Steven, that's okay, because it probably look really kooky and cute. Right? Really kooky and cute. Alright, there we go. And, so, now I'm going to do the second coat on my, my skull, right? And I'm just kind of, dabbing this in. I'm not making it all white, right? We're just dabbing this in. That's all. Okay. And now I'm going to switch to Mr. Nifty, and we're going to do the details on the skeleton. All right, so let me give you a close-up. Close-up. Okay, so skeleton. All right, we need his fingers. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and his thumb, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one more set of dashes on the 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's his one hand, and on the other hand, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then just on the 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's his fingers, and I'm going to add curved lines where his joints are. So I'm also making the other parts more white as I move down, right? Starting at the top, moving down. Okay, if you have an oopsie, and the oopsie is where your black paint is, you can easily go back with black paint and clean it up. So you don't have to worry about that. So if you have an oopsie, but it's where your black paint is, you can easily go back and clean it up. Okay, we're going to put the lines for his ribs, leave a space. Leave a space. Right, because I'm going to curve this around. For the rib cage, that's why you left a space. Curve this around. There we go. Right, I'm going to put his little elbow joint in. Right there. And right there. I'm going to make his pelvic bone more white. I'm going to make these more white and more solid. His top part of his legs. I'm going to put in his kneecaps. Okay. Put my hand in my eyeball. I put my hand in my eyeball, so let's clean this up. You guys see that? Put my hand right in my eyeballs. Right in my eyeballs, right there. Got eyeball prints on my hand. Why didn't you warn me? Why didn't you say, Eve, watch out for your eyeballs? You just painted those. Okay, I'm going to give him little ankle joints. I'm going to double line this part of the arm and double line this part of the arm. I'm going to double line this part of the leg and this part of the leg. Okay, I'm going to make his feet more white. And I'm going to add his little toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So there is Mr. Skeleton in the house. Right? Super cool. And like I said, if you have an oopsie, like I put my hand in my eyeballs, but it's in the black part, so you could just take black paint. You could just take black paint and fix any oopsies, or, you know, maybe you had part of this to where it wasn't separated, right? So I can go in with my black paint and I could tighten up anything that I want to, as long as I'm in the black area, right? As long as I'm in the black area, I could clean all of this up with my black paint. Anywhere that I want to. Okay, maybe some of my spaces aren't that big, so if I want to make my spaces bigger, any stuff like that, okay, you could easily go in with black paint and fix it. So while I have the black paint on Nifty, if his head's dry, is his head dry? Nope. His head's not dry. Alright, I'm going to do better points on my bats, since I have black paint on my Nifty. Alright, so you can go in and do better points on your bats if you want to. We can do the eyeballs of, I am, April. I am self-taught. I took 2 art classes in college, and honestly, I took the 2 classes for an easy grade. I took a painting class and I took a drawing class. They were quite enjoyable, but I've been painting since I've been, so for my eyeballs, I'm putting like some pointing up, some pointing sideways, some pointing down. I'm going to put these pointing into the moon, like they're looking at the witch, because we got to do our witch, right? So I'm going to do these pointing down like he's looking at the ghost. Oh, you can't see those right there, right? So he's looking at the ghost. So when you guys put your little black dots in for your eyeballs, you can have them facing, maybe this guy's looking at the skeleton. So you can have them facing up, down, sideways, all that kind of good stuff. Alright, now skeleton head is dry, so I'm going to put in his eyes. So basically I've been painting since I was around 12 years old. And, you know, and just learned stuff along the way. Watched Bob Ross when I was 12. He's the whole reason I do this. And it's just a matter of really just painting and painting and painting and painting. That's why I tell you guys, that's why we do a how-to. We do the practice session, because I turn around and, you know, the more you paint, the better you're going to get. That's all there is to it. And thank you, April. I appreciate that. So that's all there is to it, really. And that's why I do these classes for you guys and these paint parties for you guys. So this way, you know, it'll be a little easier for you because this is what I've learned and I'm going to show you. And then you guys take it from there, right? So I'm going to do the eyeballs on Mr. Ghost here. Whoop. Guess he's going to have big eyeballs. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do the eyeballs in Mr. Ghost. Tina B wanted an owl or a crow. All right, so Tina B, owl. Let's throw an owl. Let's throw an owl over here. Okay, so let me move my move you guys over there. Earthquake! Earthquake! Hi, Nicole. Welcome to the fam, sweetheart. Oh, you could do one cross-eyes. That would be hysterical. Hello, Nicole. Welcome to the fam, hon. Welcome to the fam. Okay, so one owl. What you want to do is you're going to do parentheses and a parentheses, right? You're going to make an oval. You're going to make an oval. You're going to do some flicky-do. Some flicky-do. Okay. And then his head is going to be the horseshoe. Right? The U-shaped. Just like the bats and everything else. So that is your owl head. Okay, and then you could do some little tiny mini flicks off of the ears like this. And then off of this one like that. Okay, and now, and then I'm going to put his claws in. And over here. Right, and then the rest, you're just going to fill in. So I'll grab Mini-Me. I'll grab Tiny. Tiny will work. And I'm just going to fill in the rest of them here. Okay, and so fill and fix. I'm going to grab some more black paint because I made his body like super fuzzy and thick. I got to make his head match his body. We got a George owl. We got a George owl, Tina B. Oh my goodness gracious, that's hysterical. And if you want to tell the difference between his body and his wings, you can grab a little bit of white paint. You can grab a little bit of white paint and come under here and just fill the white paint in, right? Add a little bit of white paint in there so you can tell his body from his wings. Okay, so there is Mr. Owl, and then it's George Owl, and then I gotta add his big old owl eyes. Alright, so I'll add his big old owl eyes. Okay, which we can put the eyeballs in later, and then let's give him a beak. There we go. Okay, so, oh no, Tina B, I'm sorry about that, hon. I'm sorry, doll. Okay, so, there's Mr. Owl. Alright, we gotta do, our next layer on our pumpkin, and then we're gonna do the witch. We're gonna start doing the witch. Okay, so we're going to do the next layer on the pumpkin, and then we're going to start doing the witch, and then I'll do your crow and earthquake. I'll do your crow and some couple other little details, and we're going to be all set, guys, okay? 6,000%. It's Halloween time, people. Ow! Woo-hoo! So, can any of you do, like, any really cool Halloween sounds? So, when my daughter used to trick-or-treat, I turned around and I used to do this witch cackle, right? So, and they didn't know where it was coming from, so I would freak all the kids out on the block, because I'd be like, wah! Just like that. And they didn't know where it was coming from. Is there a way to watch this after the video's over? Yes, Nicole, all of my replays are always, always, always available on YouTube, and they're always available on my page. Okay, so, second coat on our pumpkin, right? All right, so now I'm going to take Tiny. Now I'm taking Tiny, because now we're going to get into where the details are. All right, so, Brenda, here's your pumpkin, hon. Okay, so there's going to be this layer and then one more layer. So I'm going to grab just red paint. I'm going to grab just red paint, and we're going to come in here, and we're going to start our lines in our head. So you're going to follow the curve of the pumpkin. You're going to follow the curve of the pumpkin, right? All right, and then outer edge as well. Outer edge as well. All right, wipe my brush off, grab some more red paint. Now, we're going to line up with those original lines, okay? So, outer edge and outer edge. And then around this guy, make sure you're doing your lines curved, right? You have to do them curved, okay? Around this guy, and then the one in the middle. Right, and I'm going to grab some, every time I'm leaving, I'm grabbing more paint, all right, guys? And then we got to do outer edge. And we're going to do outer edge over here. All right, and then connect these guys. Just like that. Right, and then this one. Now I'm going to swirl, tap, dab my brush. I'm going to swirl, tap, dab my brush. And now we're going to grab our yellow. We're going to grab my yellow. And I'm going to come in here. And I'm going to put the yellow. And it's all right if you wind up hitting your red and you lost the line or something. That's okay. It's okay. You can put it back. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal if you lost one of your lines. It's all good. Okay, we could always put it back in. So, but I'm doing the yellow in between the red. Okay? So we're doing the yellow in between the red. And some of it's going to mix together, and we're not mad at that. We're not mad at that. And if you wind up, like I said, losing one of your red lines, we're not mad at that either. Alright? That's going to it could happen. It's all okay. It's all okay. Alright? So put this in. And then, no, fill in the rest. Just like that. We're filling it in. Okay, so this is layer number 2. This is layer number 2. Okay, now I'm going to wipe off my brush, and I'm going to come around to where my lines were, and I'm just going to soften those out a bit. All right, we're just going to soften those out so the yellow and the red have, you know, it's not as sharp as a contrast. Okay, so I'm just going to soften these out. My brush is messy. It has yellow, it has red in it, it has all these things going on, and I'm perfectly okay with all of that. All right, and like I said, if we lose a line, it doesn't matter. So I'm wiping off my brush right now, and I'm just going to grab some more yellow paint, and I'm going to come in and put more yellow paint right here. I'm going to put more yellow paint right here, so you can see the difference between the red and the yellow. Okay, nice light touch because you don't want any of this to blendy out. Okay, so that's the next layer. Alright, so let's start our witch, right? We didn't start our witch, so let's start our witch. Okay, guys? So, you want to make sure you have some black paint. You want to make sure it's nice and loose and thin for you, right? No goopy-gobby black paint, okay, because that's not going to work well. And I'm grabbing, you know, and if it's getting a little goopy, right, you just dip your brush in water and let those drips into your paint. Give it a little swirl around, right, till it's nice and loose and thin. Okay, so dip again. I'm going to let it drip into my paint. I'm going to do a little swirl around. Alright, make sure it's nice and loose and thin paint. Alright, I'm going to roll my brush. Okay, make sure I have a nice tip on it. And we're going to move our hand, not the brush. Okay, so I want my witch to be here. Right, we want our witch right in the center. And where's Jill? Jill's the one that wanted this painting. I just realized that. Where's Jill? And you're going to, as fast you go, straighter it's going to be. Okay, and we're not going to finish off the broom because we don't know how big our cat and our witch are going to be. And if we need to add to either side, we can add to either side. Okay, so you move your hand, not the brush, and you just pull. And the faster you go, the straighter it's going to be. All right, 6,000%. Let's do a little bit of roll call. And somebody go get Jill. She's the one that wanted this painting. I hope everything's okay with her. So April is in the house. Tina B. Rachel is here. We got Robin and Christina and Pamela and Carolyn and Debbie and Kimberly and Cindy, Susan, Nicole just chimed in. We've got Christina and Brenda with Charlie. Ellen is in the house. Jackie is here. Amanda and Joan, Diane, Punky, Becky, and Jackie. What? Woo-hoo. Yeah, and where's Jinsey been, too? Where's she been? I hope she's okay. She had a lot of health stuff going on. So, I hope she's alright. Julie's here. Welcome to the fan, Julie. How are you doing, sweetie? Welcome. Hello, Julie. Right? We got a couple of new fan members tonight. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, so, tiny, black paint. Let's do our witch. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you're going to make her badonkadonk. Okay, so you want to make sure she's in the center of your moon. Right, so you're going to start off there. Okay, and then you're going to curve this way and make her badonkadonk right there. You're welcome, sweetheart. And once you have that, you're going to go on the other side and you're going to do a straight line. Okay, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So then, once you have that done, you're going to do a triangle. Okay, you're going to do a triangle. This way and this way. Alright, you're going to do a triangle. Okay, looks good. Thanks, Julie. Appreciate that. Okay, then you're going to connect the triangle. And you can fill and fix. You can fill and fix. Okay, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alright, guys? So, gave you all ketchup mustard for that shape for 2 seconds. For about 2 seconds. 1, 2, time's up. 1, 2, time's up. Alright, so once you have that, okay, we're going to swing this around. We're going to follow along here. We're going to swing it around and go this way. Okay. And then we're going to drop this down and bring it around that way. Just like that. Okay. Have these two meet up. Fill that in. Ooh, I could do a genie coming out of a bottle. That just made me think of a genie coming. Ooh, that's a really good idea, Eve. A genie coming out of a bottle. And Carolyn, didn't you have a really good idea that we were going to do for the new year? Carolyn, are you still here, love? What, didn't you have an idea that we were going to paint for the new year? Like, yeah, that's a really good idea. Carolyn, you told me something last paint party. And, I don't know what I did with the piece of paper now. So, what was your idea? And I said, we'll wait for the new year to do that. Do you remember? Do I have a notepad by my bed? No, I do not. I do not. Like I said, guys, as much as I inspire you, you guys inspire me. So most of my ideas are actually as I'm doing this, okay? So that's, you know, like, you guys fuel my inspiration. You're here and you can't remember right now. Oh, Carol, well, I'm glad you're still here. I'm trying to think of what you said and I can't remember. And we were going to do it after all the holiday stuff. It was really good, too. I don't know. We'll have to. I have to find the piece of paper. I'll find the piece of paper. Okay. So once you have that, okay, you're gonna turn around and put her elbows in, and remember, elbows go to the waist, right? So this arm we're not gonna see. We're gonna see a piece of it, right there. Okay. We're gonna see a piece of it right there. That's it. Okay. And then the other arm's gonna come down from this point. Okay, right there. All right. So, right to there. Watch the last video. Yeah, that's pretty smart, actually, Tina. I knew I kept you around for something. Was it the last live? It might have been a couple lives ago. I don't know. I'll see if I can find the piece of paper. You know, let me go, because I recycle, so it might just be in the recycling. Because I tossed all the roll calls out. And that's what I'm... Oh, a Buddha. Was it a Buddha? It was a Buddha. Right? Wasn't it Buddha? You wanted a Buddha? Was it a Buddha? Because Buddha's written on this piece of paper. Something with Buddha and meditation. You don't do too much else. You're hysterical. Okay, so once you have those pieces, all right, now you're going to bring this out and towards the broom. And you're going to bring this out towards the broom. Okay, and then once you have those in place, now you can make the top part of the arm thicker. You make the top part of the arm thicker. Curve out where the elbow is a little bit. And just soften those sharp lines up. Okay? And then Buddha was someone else's idea. Oh no. Alright. I have to dig further in the recycling then. Alright, and for her hands, you're just going to do like a little bump. Okay, that would be where her hands are. Okay, so now you're going to turn around and you're going to do where her legs are. So the one leg is going to come out from over here, and you're just going to put that out that way. And then you're going to follow around here and put the other leg. Okay. And if you have to adjust the skirt a little bit so it looks like that's her knee, and you just adjust the skirt a little bit, that's all. Okay, once you have those in place, I'm going to grab Mr. Nifty, and you want to do her shoes. Okay, so I'm grabbing Mr. Nifty now, and I'm going to do her shoes. So we have the one shoe right here, going to add a little square for a heel, and then bring this around. And then the other shoe right here, going to add a square for the heel. Okay, and then we're going to bring this around and do a little curly Q. Okay, and I'm just dabbing with Nifty. I'm just dabbing with Nifty and doing tiny little changes just to make it look like a little shoe with a heel. I'll give you a close-up in a second. You know, and if you completely screw up where her legs are or how her legs are, that's okay. You could just make the, haha, you're back, Jackie? Okay. If you totally screw that up, where her legs are or how they are, you could just make the whole bottom part her dress. If you want to make the whole bottom part her dress flowing, if you didn't get the legs right, that's fine. So in this part right here, I'm just going to swoop this up a little bit more into dress area. Okay, just to kind of close that in a little bit better. Because I didn't like it having that big of a space. Okay, I didn't like having it that big of a space. So you can make these tiny little adjustments with your small little detailed brush. Right, make her shoes. Right, if the one shoe's getting covered, that's fine. And like I said, if you messed up her feet, that's okay. You can always just make it all of her dress flowing and cover it up completely if you want to. Okay, so no worries there. All right. You had a phone call? That's okay. All right, so next thing you want to do is you're going to give her some neck in between those two shoulders. And you're going to make her head. Okay, so you just want to do an oval for the head. Okay, now remember our law of twos, right? So legs are double this, and head is half of that, right? So whatever this distance is right here, you're going to make the head half of that distance. As far as the size of the head. Okay, so there is her head. And I'm going to make her hat. Now she's flying, so I put the hat so it's like at a tilt. Okay, when you add the actual hat piece, you want to follow the line of the head. Okay, so it looks like her head's going to fit in the hat. And then I just squiggled it out. I just squiggled it out. And then you could fill and fix. you can fill and fix. Okay, like that. And then the next part, I did some flicky-doos right here for some hair in the front. And bring her hair coming out the back. Okay, I'm going to switch to Tiny to do her hair. Alright, so I'm switching to my tiny brush. And I'm going to do her hair. Okay, do some flicky doing. Okay. Right, and you can do her hair any way you want to do her hair. It's up to you. Right, it's your witch, it's your hair. And like I said, I'm just making these small little adjustments. I'll give you guys a chance to catch up mustard. Hi, Tasneem. How are you, sweetheart? Oh, well, thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thank you guys so much for the stars. Also, I appreciate that. I see that number going up, so thank you. Alright, so the next thing I want to do, close up. Let's see if I can get you guys a little closer. I'm going to do her face. Okay, so I'm going to add her nose. There's her big old witch nose. And then I'm going to add her chin. Okay, just like that. Good night, Debbie. Have a great night, sweetheart. Hope you feel better soon. And then I gave her a puff on her sleeve. Okay, so she has a puffy sleeve for her dress and a little piece of the puff right there. And then a couple little flicky-doos out from the sleeve. Couple little flicky-doos from this sleeve. Okay, and there you have your witch. Hi, Sheila. How are you, sweetheart? Oh, okay. It's your birthday, doll? Is it your birthday or was it your daughter's birthday? Hello, 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 Sheila. How are you doing, sweetie? Whose birthday was it? Because you know if it's your birthday, you're going to wind up having me sing. Okay, so now we got to do our cat. The cat's super easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm going to grab Mini-Me. I'm going to grab Mini-Me and the black paint. Your birthday? Oh, boy. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sheila. Happy birthday to you. Stolat, nezhi nam. Stolat, nezhi nam. Nestanaz, nezhi nam. Nezhi nam. Woo! Woohoo! Those of you who don't know, that was Polish. All right, you're going to do a little curvy Q and then a straight line. You're welcome, Sheila. Many, many, many more. Many more. All right, so you do a curly Q and a straight line. And then the cat head is the same as the bat head. Okay, the cat head is the same as the bat head. Just a little U shape. Okay, so there is his head. And now we need his tail. Now we need his tail. Okay, and there is your kitty cat. All right, now that we have those on there, now you can finish your broom, because if you wind up needing to add more broom to either side, you can add more broom to either side in case your witch came out bigger, your cat came out bigger than you thought it was going to be. So then you could add more to either side of your broom, and then you just do the flicky-doos off the back end of the broom. And there you have your witch in the moon. Okay? So, now, all we have left to do is, Tina B wanted to see a crow. So I got to do the crow, right? I got to whiten the eyeballs of my owl. So I'll do that now. So I'm just grabbing Nifty and white paint to whiten his eyeballs out. Alright. Since I have this on my brush, I'm going to highlight my, do all my little highlights. Right, so I highlight the bats. Okay, so the bats I highlight whatever part is closest to the moon. So I'm going to do the underside of this bat. All right, just white paint, that's all. That's it. Just adding white paint. Okay, and then this one, right, this is closest, so I'm going to go over here and do the bottom of this bat. Right, just like that. Okay, and we're going to do our spider web. So we're going to do our spider web, right? I'm going to start over here and work my way over so I don't put my hand in nothing. So basically I am just highlighting all the pieces of the web. Right, so all the archies. Right, we're doing all the archies. Do, 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 do. Okay, just like that. And then you do the lines. All right. Shoop. Shoop. Okay. And you do that on the other web too. Like I said, even though it was in the black, I still did my arches and stuff. So when I got to this part, I could see where my highlights should go. Okay, just like that. And then you do all your arches. So this way you're seeing your web, whether it's in the orange or the black, you're seeing the web, right? Putting the white highlight on it. It doesn't matter what area of your sky it's in. You're going to see it. Okay, and then there's highlight on the spider. I put a couple little flicky flick on his point here. And highlight around this way. Highlight around that way. If you want to give him two little eyeballs, you can give him two little eyeballs. It's your spider. You do whatever you want to do. Alright, and so we did the bats, we're doing this, we did the owl, and like I said, guys, you can add more branches to your tree. Alright, so you just want to grab your brown paint from before. Again, make sure it's nice and loose and thin. And you just take your small little nifty brush and you pull from your branch. And you can just do all these little thin branches coming out from your tree. Okay, your tree, make it any way you want. Right, if you want them to be more creepy, you give them angles. Okay, if you want more of a creepy branch, you give it an angle. Right, so you do it. It's more It's not as squiggly, it's more with angles, okay? So you can add as many branches as you want to your trees. All right, over here on this part too. Okay, go behind my owl. Come over here. Like I said, if you want it kookier or creepier, you just kind of do them more with angles in them. Okay, and I'm just making sure that my paint was nice and loose and thin, not goopy. And you just take your small brush and you just kind of have these flowing off. And like I said, if you wind up with a thick piece, you just follow it backwards and make everything else thicker leading up to it. That's it. That is the secret to trees. Okay, guys? Just like that. All right. And we got to do our last layer on our pumpkin. And then I'll do Tina's crow, and we're going to be all set, unless there's something else you guys want to see. So we need a stem on our pumpkin. So I'm going to take Tiny. Right? And I'm going to mix some blue with my yellow here. Right? Blue with my yellow and some white. Right? Grab some white. Make myself a nice green. Maybe grab a little bit more blue. Right, so we have a nice green going on right here, and we can add our stem to our pumpkin. Shoop. Okay, a couple little flicky-doos into the pumpkin head here. Right, and then we're going to take Mini-Me and do our last layer on our pumpkin. So now we're going to grab just yellow. We're going to grab just yellow. We're going to come in and just glaze over the whole thing with your yellow. Alright, so glazing over the whole thing, like I'm being really technical. Basically, you're just going over your whole pumpkin with yellow paint. And all that red that's going to turn into orange shadows for you. Okay, because the yellow is see-through, so it's going to turn into yellow shadows for you. If you want your pumpkin to be a little more orange, you can do this step and just add a microscopic amount of red paint to it. Right, so if I grab the microscopic, you see that? See how much red paint's on there? Hardly any at all. Okay, so if you want it more orange, you can grab a microscopic amount of red, and then it'll come out to be more of an orange tone. Alright, so that's up to you. And like I said, you know, if you wind up losing a shadow or a line, you can easily put it back in. You can easily put it back in, but this is the last layer on our pumpkin monster. And again, I'm following the shape of my pumpkin. Right? Following the shape of my pumpkin. And you could always use your finger to blend it out. Right? Soften it out, blend it out. There we go. Okay, and then you have a pumpkin, right? And then I'm going to grab a little bit of red, and I'm going to come in and just do his sides here. Okay, so I'm just grabbing some red now, and I'm doing his sides. Okay, just to make them a little scarier, giving them some nice deep sides there. And if you want to do your stripes, you can do your stripes with a little bit of the red. Right, I'm just dabbing very small amount of, tiny amount of red, small amount, right? So this is it. You just play with your yellow and your red. You just play with your yellow and your red until you get your pumpkin looking the way you want it to look, right? So now I'm just going to grab some more yellow. I'm going to put the yellow on here. And I'm at the point of just playing. Now I'm just playing. Putting yellow and red on here. Until I get it to the colors that I want it to be. Right? So that is how we do Mr. Pumpkin Monster. Okay. And let me do, alright, let me give my owl his eyeballs. So I'm grabbing Nifty and black paint. So let's go to Mr. Owl, give him his eyeballs. Boop, boop. Alright, Tina wanted a crow, right? So a crow. A crow is a teardrop sideways. Is it? I'm thinking. Trying to think of a crow. I'm gonna go with what I said. I'm gonna do a teardrop sideways. Hold on. I gotta look up what a crow looks like. I can't think of it right now. Hold on. Crow. Brenda, help me out, hon. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright, I got it. Thank you, Google. Thank you, Google. So, yes. So, teardrop sideways. Teardrop sideways. And yes. Alright. So we got the teardrop sideways. It depends on the angle, right? And then we have the head coming out like this. And then his feet would be, you want to do those at an angle. There's one. And then there's two. That's funny. I need a beak. And I need to finish his feet. And we need an eye. So I'll tap that in my brush. White paint. Give him an eye. Okay. So there we go. Mr. Crow. Caw-caw! All you need is a scarecrow. You guys are... I'm not doing a scarecrow. If you want a scarecrow, I did a scarecrow. I'm going to do a tidbit of scarecrow. And I did scarecrows last year. That's for sure. Okay, so now Mr. Pumpkin Monster here, right? You just want to give him a face, right? Give him a face. Give him his little twig arms. And that's it, guys. That's our Witchy Fun Halloween painting this year. 6,000%. We did a lot of cool creations for Halloween. If you guys are looking for something to do with the kiddos, all of my videos are kid-friendly. So you could turn around and watch any of them with the kiddos and do something fun for Halloween. All right, and on the YouTube channel is all the videos from last year. Okay, so there's a bunch of those. There's a lot of cool ones from last year also that were Halloween. So you could do those and have fun. Everybody, you know, have a safe weekend. Make sure you're all staying safe. Make sure you take some pictures so we could share on our Halloween post. Okay, take some pictures of your artwork tonight. On the event page, I put where you can share your artwork from tonight. To share your creation, 6,000%. I want to see them. All right, and you guys eat tons of candy. Yes! Eat tons of candy. You guys are just talking. I know you guys are just talking. It's all good. I saw a scarecrow though, and I was like, ah, those are cool. There's I think it was called Creepy Cornfield, and it was good night, April. Creepy Cornfield has the scarecrow in it. So if you guys are looking for a scarecrow painting, that was the scarecrow from last year. That was the scarecrow from last year, was Creepy Cornfield. So, good night, April doll. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful holiday weekend. All right, like I said, take some pictures. I want to see all the kitties and the puppies and everybody all dressed up. I'm going to make a post for us to share our dress up on there, or your decorations, or whatever you want to do. Wish each other some happy Halloween. And I hope you all have an amazing weekend, an amazing Halloween. I'm going to see you guys on Tuesday. There's definitely going to be a painting reveal this weekend, a masterpiece montage. We have our rooster coming up. That's going to be in November. And we're going to have a lot of fun things. I got to do Nosy Gnome for November, and you guys gave me so many good ideas tonight, so that's amazing. Thank you for the inspiration. I really appreciate it. Like I said, the stars are enabled if you want to pop a few of those buttons right now, or I have Venmo or PayPal for tips appreciated. I got to be able to buy the Halloween candy, guys. So $3 or more. Make sure you get me your address. November 1st is going to be Dollar Day. So, but I believe that's Tuesday night too. So when we have our landscape part 3, we can work on, or maybe some other things. So you guys are all amazing. I love you all so, so, so much. I hope you have a lot of fun with this one. The post is there to share it in the event page. If you share it somewhere else, that's fine. I'll find it. All right. And have a safe, healthy Halloween. Okay, guys? I love you all. You all warm my heart. Have fun. Go create. Okay? Mwah. Good night, everybody. Love you. Good night, Susan. Good night, Diane. Good night, everybody. I'll see you in November. All right. Good night.